crystalline forests of Draconis 7 shimmered under 3 amber suns, casting prismatic shadows that danced across the iridescent moss. Anna stumbled through the alien undergrowth, her torn exploration suit beeping warnings about atmospheric incompatibility that she'd long since learned to ignore. At 8 years old, she'd been surviving on this planet for 3 weeks now, ever since the colony transport crashed and scattered its passengers across the wilderness. She clutched her emergency beacon close, though its cracked screen had stopped working days ago. The other survivors were somewhere out there, probably thinking she was dead. Anna knew better than to cry about it. Crying wasted water, and water was precious. A high-pitched keening sound pierced the forest silence. Anna froze, her hand instinctively reaching for the plasma cutter she'd salvaged from the wreckage. The sound came again, not threatening but frightened, desperate. She'd heard that kind of cry before from the small creatures she'd observed while hiding in the canopy. But this was different, stronger. She crept forward, pushing aside a curtain of bioluminescent vines, and stopped dead in her tracks. In a clearing ahead, tangled in an energy net that crackled with purple lightning, was a creature straight out of Earth's ancient legends. Scales the color of molten copper covered its serpentine body, and wings, delicate, translucent wings, beat frantically against its restraints. Smoke curled from its nostrils with each panicked breath. A baby dragon, an actual dragon. Standing over it was something far less mythical and far more dangerous. A Krevnox hunter, its 6 arms working methodically to tighten the net. The insectoid alien clicked its mandibles in satisfaction, clearly preparing to take its prize. Anna should have run. Should have hidden. The Krevnox were known throughout the galaxy as merciless slavers and trophy hunters. A human child would be worth less than nothing to them, except perhaps as an appetizer. But Anna was tired of being afraid, tired of hiding, and something about the dragon's cries reminded her of her own fear in those first nights alone.
"Hey!"
Anna shouted, stepping into the clearing with her plasma cutter raised.
"Let it go!"
The Krevnox turned its compound eyes toward her, its translator device crackling to life. "Human child, worthless, go away before you become meal." "I said let it go." Anna's voice didn't waver even though her hands did. The hunter clicked its mandibles in what might have been laughter. It raised one clawed appendage toward her, energy weapons charging along its carapace. Anna didn't think. She just acted. She fired the plasma cutter, not at the hunter but at the canopy above it. The concentrated beam sliced through the crystalline branches, and hundreds of pounds of razor-sharp mineral growth came crashing down. The Krevnox shrieked, scrambling backward as the debris forced it to retreat or be crushed. Anna ran forward, her small hands working at the energy net's control node. Her fingers, nimble from weeks of surviving on scavenged technology, found the release mechanism. The net dissolved. The dragon's eyes, brilliant gold and far too intelligent for a mere animal, locked onto hers. For a moment they simply stared at each other, human and myth, both impossibly far from home. Then the Krevnox was charging back, all 6 arms reaching for them both. "Fly!" Anna screamed at the dragon. "Go!" Instead, the creature did something unexpected. It grabbed Anna with surprisingly gentle claws, its wings beating powerfully, and launched them both into the air. The Krevnox's energy blast seared the ground where they'd been standing. They rose above the crystalline canopy, and Anna's stomach lurched as she saw the ground fall away. The dragon's scales were warm against her body, and its heartbeat thrummed like a powerful engine. "You can fly," Anna whispered in wonder. "You're real." The dragon made a sound, not quite a roar, more like a purr, and banked toward a distant mountain range. As they flew, Anna noticed something she'd missed before. Around the dragon's neck was a collar of some kind, marked with symbols that looked almost like coordinates. They landed in a cave high in the mountains, where glittering minerals reflected the 3 suns' light. The dragon gently set Anna down and then began to shift. Its form rippled and changed, scales receding, wings folding, until standing before her was a boy who looked about her age, with copper-colored hair and those same impossible golden eyes. "My name is Kivan," he said in perfect standard, though his voice carried an undertone of something ancient and powerful. "And I must thank you, human child, for you have done what no one in this galaxy has done in 300 years. Anna's mouth fell open. "You can talk? You're not just a dragon." "I am a Draken of the first flight," Kivan said, his young face solemn. My kind ruled this sector before humans even discovered fire. The Krevnoks have been hunting my kind to extinction, using suppression technology to keep us trapped in our primal forms. He touched the collar, which now hung loose around his neck. When you freed me, when the net collapsed, it disrupted the signal. I can think clearly again. Anna sat down heavily on a rock. So, you're not the one who's lost here. Kevin smiled, a very human gesture on a very inhuman face. No, Anna of Earth, this is my world, my home. The Krevnoks are the invaders here, and they have been for generations. He tilted his head, studying her. But you are very far from your world. And very brave for one so small. I'm not that small, Anna protested, but she smiled despite herself. Come, Kevin said, extending his hand. You saved me from the hunters. Now let me help you find your people. A Draken always honors their debts. His eyes glowed with ancient fire. Besides, the Krevnoks will soon learn what it means to anger the First Flight. My family will be most interested to know that humans are as brave as the old stories claimed. Anna took his hand, feeling its warmth, its strength. Will you teach me about your world? If you will teach me about yours, Kevin replied. As they stood together in the cave, a lost human child and a baby dragon who wasn't lost at all, the three suns set over Draconis 7, and somewhere in the forest below, a Krevnoks hunter began to realize that it had made a terrible mistake. The galaxy was about to remember why humans and dragons had always been destined to be allies.